The joy debt. You had one thing to do today. You knew which one. You didn't do it.
You slid it to tomorrow, and for about 10 seconds, you felt lighter.
That lightness wasn't rest. It was a withdrawal. There's a name for this. It's called the joy debt. And that flat, gray weight that settles on you around 9 at night that isn't who you are. That's the interest coming due.
Nobody reads you the terms, not until you're already paying. Here's how it works.
Every time you choose the easy thing right now, instead of the hard thing, you tell yourself you just saved yourself some effort. You didn't save anything. You borrowed, and this loan has only one lender. Not your boss, not anyone else in your life.
The you who wakes up tomorrow and finds yesterday's thing still sitting there, a little heavier now. You keep thinking you feel bad because of who you are.
Because you're lazy. Because something inside you is broken. No, you feel bad because you're paying a bill.
That low, dull heaviness you carry most evenings, it isn't a mood. It's a payment. You borrowed comfort yesterday, and today you pay it back with today's joy. That's why it's called the joy debt. The thing getting drained from your account to cover the interest is your ability to feel good.
You're not short on joy because your life is short on good things. You're short because most of it is being garnished.
Now, there's something you want to say, and you're right to say it. So, I'm not allowed to rest? Sitting down for a while puts me in debt? No.
And this is where almost everyone gets it wrong. There's a kind of rest that gives you back fuller, and there's a kind of comfort that gives you back emptier. From the outside, they look identical. Both of them are just you, sitting in a chair, but they run in opposite directions. Here's how to tell them apart. You only need one question. When it's over, do you feel lighter or heavier than when you started? Real rest ends, and you stand up fuller. You sleep, and in the morning you want to get to work. That's rest. Avoidance ends, and you feel heavier.
You finish 3 episodes, and you don't feel satisfied. You feel a little sick of yourself.
And the thing you're hiding from is still sitting there, waiting. The email you haven't answered, the bill still sealed in its envelope, the room you walk through every day and never clean.
That isn't rest. That's borrowing. Same chair. 2 completely different transactions. Your body knows which is which. It tells you in how you feel when you stand up.
You've just never stopped to listen. Now, in fairness to you, the fact that you reach for the comfort in front of you, that isn't a character flaw. Your brain was built for a world of scarcity, where the reward right in front of you always beat the reward tomorrow, because tomorrow you might not be alive to collect. That world vanished 50 years ago. Nobody told your brain, so no, you're not broken. You're running ancient software in a world it has never seen. But the bill still has your name on it. Your brain explains why you borrowed. It doesn't pay the debt for you. Nobody can.
The only person who can sign the account closed is you, the same you who pushed everything into today last night. Not your fault. But only you can fix it. And every day you wait, the number climbs. Because here's the part nobody tells you. This debt compounds.
The thing you're avoiding, it doesn't sit still and wait for you. It swells. But what swells isn't the work itself. The email is still exactly as long.
The call still takes 10 minutes. What swells is the dread. The task takes 20 minutes. The fear of it has taken 3 weeks. You've already paid 100 times what it actually costs paid in the nights you lay there thinking about it. The mornings you woke up with it waiting on your chest.
You've paid enough to finish it 50 times over. You just never actually did it once. And this isn't an opinion.
It comes from a man who paid his whole life to know it's true. 4 centuries ago, a man sat in a stone cave called Rigando, knowing he had only days left to live. And he did a strange thing.
He didn't write a will. He didn't leave instructions for anyone. He sat and wrote down rules, 21 of them, not for his students, not for posterity, for himself. That man was Miyamoto Musashi. In a whole lifetime, he never lost a duel to the death. Nothing on earth could frighten him.
And one of the 21 things he felt he had to set down in the final week of his life was this: do not seek pleasure for its own sake.
Read that again. A man who didn't fear death, who didn't fear any opponent, at the very end still had to order himself not to chase the easy thing. Which means, right to the last, that pull was in the cave with him too. And this is where it stops being a good story and becomes proof. If the most disciplined man who ever lived, after a lifetime of training, still had to fight the pull toward comfort at the end, then the pull in you isn't a defect to be cured. It's part of being human. And it isn't going away. Not at 30, not at 60. For years you thought you were losing a fight you should have been able to win. You had the rules wrong. The goal was never to make the pull disappear, even Musashi couldn't. The goal is to pay the debt while it's still there. So how do you pay it? Not by becoming someone else. Not with motivation. Motivation comes after you start, not before. If you wait for it, you'll wait forever. You pay it with one thing, and one thing only. You pay up front. Your ego is a very good negotiator. It never says don't do it.
It's smarter than that. It says, later's fine. It says, let me just answer this email first. It says, I'm tired today. I'll think clearer tomorrow.
Every line sounds reasonable. That's exactly how it wins. It never sounds like the enemy. So you don't argue with it. You can't out-reason it. You just move before the negotiation can start. Here's the rule, and it's simple enough to remember. Do the hardest thing before you can open talks with yourself. Not the easy thing first, to build momentum. That's the trap. You answer 5 small emails to avoid one big thing, and you call it productivity. No, that's just the debt in new clothes. The hardest thing, the one you pushed to tomorrow a minute ago. Do it first. Before coffee, if you have to. Before your head is awake enough to invent a reason that sounds good and change how you see discipline. You still think discipline is punishment, making yourself suffer.
It isn't. Discipline is the highest form of self-respect. It's today's you agreeing to pay, so tomorrow's you doesn't wake up in a panic. That's not you torturing yourself.
That's you handing tomorrow's you a quiet morning. Here's what a morning with no debt feels like. You may have forgotten.
You wake up and there's nothing waiting on your chest. No task lying there, staring at you. Your head is clear. You're not carrying a list of everything you're avoiding.
You've still got all your energy, the energy you normally burn just on avoiding, and now it's there, usable, for the things that actually matter. That's not a fantasy about productivity. It's just how it feels to stop owing your own future. And you don't get there by paying the whole debt in one day. You can't. This debt was built out of thousands of small decisions, and it only comes down the same way, one at a time. So here's today's. Not your whole life, not becoming excellent, just today.
The thing you push to tomorrow, the one you know exactly which one it is, right now, do it, today. Before you can negotiate. It won't feel great.
It won't feel amazing. Paying off a debt never does. But for the first time in a long time, you'll go to sleep without owing tomorrow one more excuse. And that's how you start getting your joy back. Not by going looking for it, by no longer borrowing against it. Remember those 10 seconds of relief at the start, the moment you slid the thing to tomorrow and felt like you'd been let off the hook?
The price of those 10 seconds was 9 o'clock at night, the gray settling onto your chest. It was always the same transaction.
You just never got to see both ends of it side by side. Now you do. Your misery is a choice you keep making. That sounds cruel, but if you listen closely, it's the best news you've had all year, because that bill has your name on it. And anything with your name on it, you can pay off.